they would have been in complete and utter turmoil because they've been seen of giving one hand and taking away with the other, especially with NHS pensions. I think they get the employer's contributions 14.38%, if I remember correctly. So they are quite a nice pension contribution to go into. And again, if they did start attacking those, it would be political suicide, really. They certainly wouldn't have got in for another term. They'd probably even struggle to carry on this term if they'd done that. So,
is there anything sort of from your side of the table that you've had questions about, rumours or anything that you might have been expecting to see that didn't come through in this budget?
So we've got I think the main one was the salary sacrifice for pensions. A lot of our guys were quite worried about that. And also as well, the business asset relief as well. I think, again, they've kept it at £1 million lifetime allowance. Although they have looked at, they are increasing the capital gains rates on amounts above that. It could have been a lot worse, because one of the rumours we heard was that she was going to cancel it completely.
Totally removed.
And that would have then pushed a lot of guys straight into, and it would have effectively put the country into free fall as to why am I even bothering investing in this business?
Well, they always called it entrepreneurs relief for a reason, didn't we?
And it just didn't seem. Yeah, I know we were going from 10 to 14 to 18% in time. It's still not brilliant.
It's getting on for double.
Yeah,
it's getting on for doubling in 2 years, doubling the rate of capital gains tax that business owners going to pay on their shares.
And again, you look at it thinking, well, why not take it out as salary and stuff like that? But I know you.
It's definitely it's going to change the way that you plan for an exit. I think that's the key, and I think whether part of that is taking advantage more, as businesses are growing, starting to take capital out as pension contributions as you're going along, versus, I suppose, selling a business has always been jam tomorrow. It's your reward is at the very end, and I think it's probably going to change how businesses look at remunerating themselves. The difficulty is obviously if you do have a successful business, which ultimately is what you should want to strive for. Nobody starts a business not to be successful and not to earn money. I think if you've got a successful business, and if you've got a sort of typical married couple setup, husband and wife setup, something like that, and you're already drawing out dividends at higher rate, it is going to make that side more challenging as to how you remunerate yourself. I mean, we've always said in an ideal world, you have low salary, £10,000-12,000. Dividends up to £50,000 to use your whole basic rate band, very low rate of tax on dividends. But as soon as you get past that point, it starts to get unattractive, and it starts to bring in things like losing your child benefit. And obviously, we didn't see any changes there as well, which was I think Martin Lewis was really campaigning for the household view of income, not going on the highest earner, but having it sort of proportionally across the household. And we didn't see that, and I think that's a change that he was really expecting. And then you're moving into 33.75% dividend tax at that point. So I've always said, ideal world, you're drawing out low salary, dividends up to 50,000, fully utilising your pension contribution of 60,000 beyond. And I think for most successful businesses, that is the way to plan now, as opposed to, whereas historically you might have thought, well, I'm going to leave some of, maybe not go as hard with your pension. I think that is going to be the way, because if you're sort of deferring it to take it out at 18% tax in the future, obviously that's not overly attractive. But also the fact that along the way, if you're talking, say, cash in the bank and you've paid, you're a successful business, you're paying 25% corporation tax. By the time you actually get that money to you, it's 18% capital gains after 25% corporation tax. So I think actually the value of leaving cash in a business now is not as much as it was.
No, I think that's what this is ultimately driving forwards, is the idea of almost spend it whilst you've got it. Again, that's, without going too political, it sort of starts to sort of speak volumes of the Labour government again. I know it can be quite a tongue-in-cheek sort of political statement, but there is always that mentality of, well, spend it. It's like, well, no, we need to be able to invest and grow the company and stuff like that, and the country as a whole. But the fact that a lot of business owners and a lot of entrepreneurs aren't going to be effectively rewarded for putting in their time, their effort, their 90 to 95 hour weeks at the end of it, you start thinking, well, why? Well, I might as well just spend it, stick it into a pension, and then hopefully when I hit 55, I've still got that ability to draw out a cash-free lump sum at the end. Cause we don't know in 10, 15 years' time, it could have changed again. We just don't know, and it's I think it's that uncertainty as well. And again, it's just, I know they can't do massive sweeping changes, but the ones that they have done have really sort of hit quite hard, quite a few businesses as well, sort of thing. So